As you can see, friends, at the screen of your TV, of your computer, the letters are there. We're about to start. And even though you don't see my face, you can hear my voice. And if you want to contact, you can also use our telephone number. Send me your WhatsApp, your question, your concern, and I will be more than glad. And I said to you in this morning, good morning, and to all our friends that are here together. I'm glad to see you today. I'm glad, you know why I'm glad to see you? Because we are together for a good purpose. A purpose that is worth coming together. Not just for the sake of ourselves, but for the sake of everyone around us. Our friends, our family, our co-workers. So we gather together for a cause that is higher, greater, bigger than our own self. So I want to welcome you that are here in front of me. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm glad to see you again. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see your face. I'm glad to have your undivided attention. I'm glad to have your support. I'm glad to be your family. Not just you can say, oh, Pastor. No, I'm glad to be your family. I'm glad to be part of your home because I consider you part of my home, of my family. I consider you my loved ones. So I'm glad to see you today. And I want to share words of strength and enlightenment. You know, people are tired. People are drained. Because most of the things that take place around, it drain people. You can only find only few things that can uplift you. And you find a million things that can drain your strength, that can drain your energy, that can drain your happiness, that can drain you from your life. You know, so I see that people are being drained. And then you ask me, Pastor Joe, drained by what? Drained by everything that brings load on you. Everything that make you feel tired. Anything that make you feel like it drain your strength. Everything, including religion, including work. Everything drain people's strength. And nowadays we're living days where people are drained because everyone wants something from you. You go to work, they want 8 hours from you. There's nothing wrong, you know. Then they might want 12. They might want 16. Then you go home and you have to do things. And then you go to friend's house and, you know, and you hear people's situation, concern, problems. So everything brings like about drain. It drain you. And only few things can uplift you. So this message here today is to uplift you. Not to drain you. Not to make you a follower or a slave of a teaching, of a doctrine, of a religion. But to uplift you. And let you know that there's something much better to discover. That there's something much more than just allow ourselves to be drained. And that's what I want to share with all of you in this morning. With you, my friend, with you, my sister, that are listening from YouTube, you that are listening from Facebook, you that might be listening from home. Or maybe you feel bad with yourself. You say, I'm not going to church. I feel bad. Or maybe you're at work today and you say, well, I need to work because who's going to pay my rent? Who's going to support my family? And I don't blame you, because if you have to work, you have to work. If you are at home right now, I don't blame you for being at home. I just want to give you a word of relief that would uplift you and strengthen you from the place where you are right now. Either you're at home, either you're at work, either you are in the hospital. I want to share a word that will uplift you. And I will begin talking about how important is to change the way we think. How important is to have a new mentality or concept about life and about everything around us. You know, oftentimes we don't do what we say. Oftentimes we don't do what we hear, or we don't do what we see. Oftentimes we do what we think, yes or no? Sometimes you say, I'm going to do this. This is a new year. I'm going to work out. I'm going to save money. I'm going to do this. You're saying it. But the reality is we don't do what we say that we will do. We do what we think. We do what is in our mind. That's why it's important that our mind becomes enlightened, fresh, every day. Because we oftentimes do things according to how we think, according to our mentality. You don't do what people tells you to do. You say, no, this is what I think I should do, yes or no? So I'm going to do it. And oftentimes, the decision that impact our life and those around us as the decision that are already in our mind. We all have different experience in life. We all have been brought up in different ways. So whatever we have in our mind is how we're going to live our life. We often change jobs. Even church. You often get a better job. Sometimes we change cities. Sometimes we change country. Sometimes you say, I need a new friends. But we keep the same mentality. We have been brought up in a society that have placed in our mind how to live. We have been brought up in a system that might be a religious system that have taught us how to be good people, how to be in connection with the Father, with the Creator. So everything we do is in our memory. It's like a computer. Computer has a memory. And the memory builds as it goes. And as we go, 15 years, 20 years, 40 years, 70 years, 80 years living in life, we build things in our mind, in our memory. Teachings, doctrines, experience. And sometimes we do things because it's what is in our mind. According to my experience, I'm going to do this. But we cannot see new things when we keep doing much more of the same thing. Because much more of the same thing will lead us to the same place. And sometimes I don't blame you, I don't blame nobody, because when you have lived 50 years, 30 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, you have had so many experience and so many memory and so many things through life that you no longer do things you no longer do anything new. But everything that you do is according to what you have sown, to what you have learned. So in reality, most of the things that we do are not new. Wake up in the morning, the same cup of coffee, take the same street to go to work. Nothing is new. So we cannot expect things to be new when we keep doing or looking for much more of the same thing. We often see people getting the same results in life that everybody else. And only few take a different route and different direction. Because everybody's doing much more of the same thing. Nothing new. No enlightenment. And unconsciously, we hold on to that which we know. And we are afraid of the things that we don't know. Yes or no? We are afraid. We are terrified of the things that we don't know. So we go right to the same pattern of the same vicious circle. The same thing. And then we get the same results. And then there's nobody to blame. But we can reject doing much more of the same thing. We could do what the great teachers of all the teachers. He said, let go of the old time ways of doing things and receive something new that will uplift you and take you into a better place. You will receive something new that will make our life worth of living. You will receive, instead of a load, you will be uplifted. And as I say, in the beginning I say we don't go and we do what is in our mind. Unfortunately, that's the life of most of us. We do what we know. And nothing of what is done is new. So there comes the same result. Much more of the same thing. I'm going to get a new job. Yes, to get a new job, but the mindset is the same. I'm going to move to another state, but the mindset is the same. Okay, I'm tired of being controlled, manipulated by religion. But then I'm looking for the same thing. So, in reality, there's nothing new. And as I say before, and I'm going to repeat what you have here in front of me and saying with all my sincerity, the result will be much more of the same thing. Nothing new, nothing different. So our life people's life become a drag. Or one more day, the same thing. Nothing new, of course. Because like a computer, when the memory builds up and is full, you need to get a new memory or reset and start again. So you can start fresh and new. The same thing is our life. The same thing is our mind. If we do not reset, then we start all over in the same place and nothing new. I'm going to repeat for 1,000 times. Just much more of the same thing. Because we only do what we know. We only do what we were taught. We don't do nothing new. So that's why there's no new results. And then when we're looking for something, we're just looking for what we know. Or much more of the same thing. Which it will never work. It will never work. We know that everything that we see around was created by human hands. But what was created by the Creator is what we don't see. What we don't see. What can bring something new is what we don't see. So if today we choose to start something new, we need to start changing our mind, our mentality, our mindset. So that way, it will no longer be much more the same thing. But it will be something. It will be you know that new route that you take, and then you become impressed and say, wow, I never saw that before. Yes or no? And then you become excited. Huh? And even though it's an unknown route, something awakens within you and say, oh wow, I never saw this. Oh wow, I have a different experience in my life. And our life was not meant for us to be going around. And when we get to a certain age, you say, well, at least things are not too bad. At least I can keep a roof. At least nothing is missing. At least it means that I settle for much more the same thing. When it says in the secret words that we're supposed to experience, even in our old or younger age, something new. We're supposed to experience something new. But we have to start by changing our old way of thinking. Because as I said in the beginning, and I'm about to finish, we don't do what we say we will do. We don't do what we hear. We don't do what we see, but we do what is inside of us, in our mind. What are we thinking? As we often say, I'm going to do what I'm thinking. Exactly. I'm going to do what I'm thinking. But the problem is, if what I'm thinking is the same thing, much more of the same thing, we're going to get the same place. I've been talking like for 2 weeks, 2 months. I've been talking about that sometimes we say history repeats itself. No. Let me put it in a different way. History does not repeat itself. It's just that we keep doing the same thing or much more that will lead us to the same place. That's all. It's just we just repeat the same thing. And the same route will lead me to the same destination. But if we do take a different route, we will reach a different, completely, different destination. Who understands what we're talking about? Sometimes we sing, sometimes we shout, sometimes we change job, we change state, we change clothes. But unless a person changes the mentality, the mind, things in the head, nothing. It will be as it's supposed to be. Oh, my dear friends, I just wanted to share that very important message with you, with your family, with your friends. And you can tag somebody and share this message with your friends, with your co-workers, with people you know throughout the whole world, and be uplifted. Be uplifted. Maybe you are home and you feel bad when you say, I'm not a part of any group, of any religious group. But if you want to be part of a religious group, you're just doing much more of the same thing. Because getting into a different place requires something different to be done. New experience require something new to change. And you can always connect and you can always listen. I'm here to encourage you. And I say have a good afternoon, have a good evening. Until then, you can always contact us through Facebook, through YouTube. You can always contact us to the radio and we will get in touch with you. If you want to be part of the something different that will lead you into a different place, a better place, and you want to be someone who will spread this, you could help with your donations. You can help by being a subscriber of this channel or by sharing this message. Until then, and you have a great day. This is your friend, Joe Alexander, Pastor Joe. Until then, bye-bye.